Hello guys, I do apologize. The previous game 1 was, in my opinion, retrospectively a little bit boring, because it was just a Legion stray head destroying the Clem. But this one, I believe I found the perfect replay for you here. This one will be really something. I think I never seen a game like this. Even it is this one or the next one I will be casting, I want to cast every single Nerchio versus Clem game, because they were like just insane. So I believe in this one Clem switched the mercenary, and he went with the hero called Hell, which is invisible sniper. And yes, it is. I'm gonna a little bit go back in time, because I want to show you how he is cleaning the first tower. He's deciding to clean the bottom tower, as usually I do as well. So look at this. Yeah, devs, if you're watching this, please do make the health visible in the replays. It would be really powerful too. So he went invisible, cast Q before and cast Q after on the cooldown, and he basically cleaned the whole tower as fast as Inquisitress, maybe a little bit faster even, and he's heading in the middle to the middle tower as invisible as well. He was maybe expecting to contest him. Now he uses Q. He will most likely... Oh no, Nerchio is not going for the hexite value here, or kill value. He's straight ahead going to kill the Hell. I believe Hell escaped with very little health here. They're Marines trying to maybe contest a little bit. Inquisitress has 60 HP, but he escapes with the W here. But look at the Hell. Look at the Hell. Boom. And there is the first kill. So Hell hero against Inquisitress Legion double base can be really powerful. This was basically a straight ahead expansion. Clem went with the expansion as well, just a little bit later. And there is a double barrack opening. And triple barracks plus crosshair mercenary outpost for the Nerchio. Now this is very powerful, because these mercenaries that Clem is playing on right now have a camera look, by the way. Have a camera look. So we can see how he's moving his camera. That's crazy. It's pretty fast though. As you can see, Legion already has like a huge amount of units here. He manages to kill the Inquisitress, which is really good. And there is a second kill in this game already. Okay, how he's jumping between the towers, sending some reinforcements. Sending one commando to guard, because there is one Thrall. Okay, that was a little bit misrely. Now I'm gonna pause this, because I also having the same issues. When I press the spacebar, I'm selecting all my units. And how do I you know, like you can do control groups 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. And then you have one unit here on the control groups, or you can deselect these from any control groups, and then he has no control group at all, and you can do a patrol on the tower, or you can just stay here. But then, if you are training a new units, where is your rally point? Usually here, right? You don't really want to rally on the unit across whole map always, because you will get caught sometimes, you know. But then you have a hotkey for select select units that doesn't have any control groups. So if you are playing without auto control group selection after respawn from the barracks or whatever, then you will basically, new units will have no control groups. Then you are basically can use the key, select all those new units that are like here, and you can say, okay, I will add them to my control group 1, 2, or 3, based on where your units are. But I have a problem with this, because I came from the Age of Empires 2 game, Age of Empires 4, and we have there a hotkey called select idle military units. So basically the units that doesn't have a command on patrol, or they are not moving, they are just staying on place. In my opinion, like I was used to play with select like idle units, because I knew like okay, now I have every single unit do something. But maybe in this game, like it is like StarCraft, very fast game, and it's smaller maps, maybe it's not usable. I would really love to hear from you guys, especially even like pro players. If I don't know if any pro player watching this, but like, what are you used to do with your control groups to better fight the opponent? Because I still feel like I'm struggling a little bit with this, and every single game has a different, basically different way to deal with this. So yeah, and I think I'm not the only one. I believe all of the people that watching these videos can use some, like, having more informations about how do you select, how do you like play, you know? So we got a tower capture here. Hell is tanking a lot of damage here. I might think he might lose it. Not sure. No. By the way, this was a Q. It's a grenade. It's one of the strongest things currently to clear the groups of trolls. And also the invisible is pretty short cooldown. He's still massing marines. As we can see, Clem has only 100 flux, so he cannot really switch to mass the flamethrowers. And he's falling back a little bit. He managed to kill Inquisitress again. And now he needs to be like careful, because the Nerchio has these snipers, crosshair dead eyes, and they are really powerful. But I think he will lose some of them here. No. And this is really deadly. I'm always like really cautious about playing against the Legion, but so far what I found out watching the tournaments, these pro players, I found out that if you play against Legion that is massing trolls, you just need to contest them. You need to trade some of your units for his units, because if you don't do, suddenly you have like 100 units, a huge blob pushing against you, and you you need to like split the time. You can't really defend a big blob, but you can slowly play a resource game to try to snipe the hero. So far it looks like Hell is really the best answer, maybe the only answer to the Legion. The Legion that plays trolls, you know, from the beginning. And he got sniped by the snipers. So that was the first Hell death of the match. But as you can see, he just keeps, even if he has like 3 units here against, I don't know, 10 plus, he just attacks a little bit. He just attacks and try to damage him. And also very crucial in this setup is to land good grenade shots. Without that you will be overwhelmed basically. The next tip against this is also Legion will most likely really like fast expand. He wants to have that Hexite income rolling in, and to produce like tons of trolls and just overwhelm you. So what you do is preemptively expand as well, because most likely if you expand later on you will have really hard time to deal with these blobs. And yeah, of course there is a strategy where he keeps like A moving and fighting, so he can like do some damage over here. I'm really missing the HP bars. I'm really missing the HP bars. if you want to see like full games that were casted by people from the developer, not sure if those were developers, but some of them maybe. Basically, main channel ZeroSpace on a Twitch, they were casting 5 hours plus tournament. And if you wanna see that thing, you can go check the Twitch VOD. But maybe there will be also some of the replays available, or VODs are available on YouTube as well. Maybe they will cut it into separative videos. Maybe they will do just one big VOD for everyone. So now we are seeing the splitting of army, because yeah, and look at this. You can't really like mass. You have how many? You have like 15, less than 20 commandos, and you're just like trying to a little bit kill trolls here and there. He sent 4 units here. They will be attacking and killing something, but of course those trolls have infusion. That means if they die, they will be revived with 50% health and less attack speed. It is really like powerful. I don't know if this buff lasts forever, but in my opinion it is like, I don't know, I never played Legion. I can't tell if it's overpowered or if it's a really mandatory talent and pretty good right now. Because I see these units have a bonus attack speed. Look at this. And if all of them like dies, they will be revived, but with less attack speed, but basically they become a meat shield. So yeah, the real power usually comes from the heroes, but also from the numbers, so it's really hard to say. Now we are seeing the Galvanax has an upgrade for his ability, which creates basically a nukes. It is pretty powerful having nukes. There is another thing I want to like point on: the Striders. I was not using the Striders, but because they cost, I think, 225 hex plus 225 lux. I found it pretty expensive, but instead I was producing the flying healing unit, which can also like fly down. But I'm not sure if this area is also healing. I'm sure that this is giving the bonus damage to people around, to commandos, for example. You can also garrison, and it will start shooting. I don't know if the shooting has the same like damage DPS if they are inside. I don't know if the veterancy also affects the damage from the inside of the building. It can be pretty good. I don't know. You have additional protection, and the enemy will try to focus on your Strider instead of your units, but you don't really want to maybe lose the Strider because it will give you bonus attack damage for units in the circle. So how the Hell is played in this matchup? Well, Hell is always saving the grenades to hit as much as possible blob, like as much as possible trolls. And then he's using his E ability, which is like long-range snipe, to snipe enemy heroes. That snipe, I think what the snipe does is not only enormous damage, but it also slow a little bit who you snipe. And I think it also like do some damage mitigation or something, maybe damage output. So if you snipe the hero with this, maybe hero will do less damage. I'm not so sure. Feel free to correct me. So something like that. So it's pretty powerful. Kragar, by the way, Kragar is the hero that has a hound with him, I think, and it is like double hero, and I believe hound is more powerful than the Kragar itself. But still, you can see the hound charging into your army and tanking a lot of shots. Taking care of the hound can be pretty strong. And we see the teleport, and what this Clem is doing very good is taking care of the towers. Because in every single matchup, or most of the matchups, no, every single matchup that he won, he basically had the talent, the XP bonus, the XP lead, and that gave him like good timings, opportunities to win, basically. Also, I want to stop the game, talk a little bit about the talents. So this mercenary group, I don't know which one is this, Mara maybe, or I don't know. The one that gives you the hell character, the sniper, has very interesting talent, the life path. It is a level 2 talent, and previously I was like, experience game, okay, what is experience? It's veterancy for units? No, it is the experience from the towers. So if you have this and plus 40, you are just gaining so much like a level, you know, like talents advantage. So imagine being like 2 levels up from your opponent pretty quickly. There is a timing for that, and suddenly you have like more range. You can have a force multiplier, which gives you basically ability to use the reinforcements for advanced units. Advanced units, I mean those are units that are using the assembly plant or the factory, the last one. Funny thing is, look at how many barracks we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 barracks, whole game, 1 mechanical lab, 1 research lab, and 1 assembly plant. We don't see any other building here. Just getting the towers, getting the supply, and putting out the commando. It is commando spam, but yeah, what you need, like what you can do, you need those commandos to kill the trials, right? So this is it. Interesting is, I've seen a lot of strategies when people were maxing exalted. Those are like beasts from the Legion, but I haven't seen that in these pro plays high level. Maybe I will see it in the lower brackets, but this is the biggest bracket when there is Nerchio versus Clem. This was like finals. I think this was a finals. Okay, guys, that's it. And small request: subscribe, like to the video, maybe support the channel, become a member, and I see you on the next one.